A new children's book titled Throwin Fish, written by Richard Howe, in publication with CreateSource, and be in the e-stores and Amazon.com in about 2 weeks. Should be in the mid-August, August 20th. It'll be selling for $17.50. It's going to be a children's storybook, along with turning it into an app game for iPhones. Throwing Fish. We have the first level. It shows that you score a certain amount of points to get all of Carl's school's friends to graduate from high school. The point total, 10,000 points, helps Carl's friends through graduation. 1,500 points gets them through elementary school, and 5,000 points gets them through middle school. You have 200 points for sharks, 500 points for whales, eels 100 points, otters 100 points, birds 300, flock of birds. You get to the next level, boys and girls 250 points, adults 100, and boatloads of people 500 points. We have a total of 72 pages for Throwing Fish. In the first chapter, Elementary My Dear Carl. We have Chapter 2, High School Frame Job, and Chapter 3, Poker Party SATs. Story begins. Carl: we were just hanging out, finishing the day with the school, when something came down from the heavens. It caught the interest of my best buddy Abe. Abe wasn't too bright, certainly not the brightest cod in the sea. We didn't see what happened, seemed it all happened too fast. The old legend says if you wander off, you'll leave your friends wondering what happened to you. Well, I'm done wondering. I floated up to the top layer of life, whistled at our crazy friend Pete, who was having a cold one. He can't stand the taste of fish, says it interferes with his drinking. I got his attention and told him what happened. He said he saw Abe get carted off by a man's boat, headed off to the east. Seemed kind of sad and all, tears coming out, something about, I want my mommy. I asked Pete for a ride. Little did I know he had to drink a lot that day. He flew in a circle till I spit some water in his eyes to wake him up. Pete, wake up! I need to find Abe. He sobered up and took me to a restaurant by the water's end. There I saw my best friend Abe. That's when it all began. It was on. I had Pete drop me back at school. I went up to the shop teacher, Mr. Norton. He was in the war, not sure which war, but he said he had connections. Okay, Mr. Norton, I need some firepower. What took you so long, Carl? Carl, that's my name. He remembered me because one time I blew up the worm finder. He hated me for weeks after that. I spent all kinds of time in detention. Got to know him real well, crazy as crazy can be. Mr. Norton, I just saw Abe on a plate surrounded by vegetables and a bed of rice. I've had enough. I heard about those rumors, but this time I saw it for myself. I need a way to save my friends and teach those humans a lesson. What kind of firepower are you talking about, Carl? What kind you got that can fit inside my fins? Well, how much damage you looking to cause? How much damage you got? Well, Carl, here, let's take a look. How about some grenades? Nah. How am I going to throw those with my little fins? Probably just end up blowing myself up. No, can't drive. Nah, kind of hard to balance with my short fins. Don't you have anything in fish size? What the hell is that, Mr. Norton? It's called a flamethrower. What do you think? Hook it up to your side fin? Wow, Mr. Norton, it fits perfect. I think you got it. How does it work underwater? Well, Carl, the flamethrower works well above the water, but I'm going to add some voltage of electricity for an added shock to that should just knock the stuffing out of any predator that's bothering you below the surface layer. And from that day forward, it was on. Carl and Pete became a team. Anytime a fish hook came flying from a boat, anytime a whale or shark tried to eat them, anytime a predator swooped in from above, it didn't matter. If it was a little boy or girl, or man or woman, it was on. Pete sobered up. Carl kept watch. And from that day forward, it was on. Object of the game, again, to get all of Carl's school friends to graduate from high school. Point total is 10,000 points to help Carl get through graduation. Carl rounded up all of his friends They swam up to the top layer and had a meeting with Pete and Mr. Norton. Carl said, "I want to tell everyone that Abe got captured by the humans and they cooked him up for dinner. He was my best friend. I called everyone here today to let you know that Pete and me are declaring war on anything that tries to eat us. Mr. Norton, our shop teacher here, has agreed to provide arms for us. Pete has agreed to be our lookout for the surface layer. I'm promising all of you that we will graduate from high school with no one else being cooked like Abe got cooked. Everyone here okay with this declaration of war?" It seemed unanimous. All in favor and all in. From that day forward, it was on. Pete spotted the first unsuspecting evil little girl. She had no idea what she had gotten herself in for. "We did it, guys. We got her before she got us. How does it feel?" They all applauded Carl. Pete and Carl were heroes now. They got special treatment wherever they went. Carl got rides everywhere he needed. He got the ladies' attention. Even Mr. Norton received special attention. He began building more helpful weapons for the school. The school began traveling in style. Others inquired about protection from those who want to eat them. They got help